Okay, so this is my new project, 1975 MGB. This project was started by somebody else and they did a lot of work to it, but they never finished it. It's got, they did a lot of new metal work. All the equipment in here is new. That's a new controller. The steel has been replaced. The fenders are new. That motor is new. The batteries are used, but they seem to be in okay condition. The entire car was filled with parts. No idea all the stuff that was in there. The underneath of the car has all been replaced. The front end, rear end, brakes, tires, all of it is all brand new. The undercarriage has either been professionally replaced or repaired. The rust that you see here is mainly because the car's been outside, undercover, but outside for the last year, so it's been exposed. But that should not be too much of a problem. Next thing I need to do is to test the major components. So I had to hook up the high voltage cables, the bus bars, and put in some temporary wiring just to see if we can get it to motor to spin. So this is the main fuse. Down this is the turns on the controller. The click was the controller going on. This car has not been worked on for the last 12 years. So it's challenging to figure out what they were planning. Okay, the next thing I need to tackle is surface rust. This has been sitting outside for a little over a year, so it's got some surface rust on some of the new components. So I sanded it all down to bare metal, the entire car, and I put 2 coats of epoxy, roll-on epoxy primer from Eastwood, and it seems to have done a pretty good job. That'll hold out the keep it from rusting again, and also it will preserve. I could put the bodywork on top of it and then sand it down and paint it later. The doors, hood, and trunk were the only things that had original paint on it. Everything else was renewed. The next thing I need to do is 12 volt. There's not any 12 volt in this car at all, not one wire. So I'm going to need to do something about that. Okay, what we have here is a full wiring kit schematic for all the wiring for the car. Start here. Look at that. Now all of this cable, came with this car. Look, there's a nice fuse block. Here's something else. Here's some more. This is another starter wiring kit. So I don't have a starter. This is another switch, headlight switch, ignition column switch, gauge connection. Look at that. Look at all those wires. Something else. Mega kit, headlight switch kit. Look at the size of that. Look at all those cables. Ignition switch. I don't have an ignition. Oh, that's the switch part. New keys. Yeah. This would take me beyond my capabilities and beyond my patience. So I'm going to find an easier way. So I decided to build my own component board, and these are the pieces. Okay, so here is the board complete. What I have is I have a portable battery that I have hooked up, and I have the positive goes in here. The negative goes in here, and when I turn this on, it gives power to this 12 volt right here. Now for me to get power to this, I have to turn on this relay. So I just flip the switch, and then I get a little indicator light which tells me that the power is into this one. Okay, I have to go over this a little bit for my own head, so I remember this a month from now. But what we have is we have the blue cable, which is 30, which goes to the power, which goes to right here, and then the black cable goes to ground, which is up there, and then the red cable goes over to here onto the box, and then the white cable goes to the switch, and then the other end of the white cable, under end of the switch, goes to the trigger, which is over here, which is separate fuse. Okay, and then I have all the relays marked with the equipment, and what I did was I put all the triggers for these relays on this. So this goes out to the triggers. That's the relay triggers. Okay, now I just gotta clean up the cables and get it ready to install in the back of the firewall behind the seat. That's it.